Hi, dear friends, welcome. Today we will discuss about the test cases. What do you mean by a test cases? A test case we execute to establish there some functionalities working correctly. When we execute, when we execute a test case some of the program elements are executed. Therefore, we can consider the effectiveness of a test case based on how much coverage is achieved by that test case. So the coverage measurement of the test case is an important metric for test cases. But then we also have the another one. Many test cases we design them and deleting specific types of faults. For example, the arithmetic faults and so on. So we call them as a fault based test cases. So the test cases are two types. One, we measure the effectiveness of the test cases by the coverage achieved, and other is how many faults they are targeting. Now let's look at a finer distinction between a test data and test case. Test data, as the name says, it is just the test input that are given to the system. These are the basic data to execute, whereas the test case not only contain the input data to the systems and not only describe the input data to be given to the system, but also describe at which state of the software this data needs to be input, and also predicted output that should be obtained from the input. So test data is just a component of the test cases, and in addition the test case contains the state at which the input is to be given, and also what is the predicted output corresponding to the input. So based on that we can say that a test case has three components. ISO. I is the input data and test data to the system. S is the state of the system at which the data will be input, and O is the output that should be expected. Just to give an example of the state at which the data to be input, let's consider a functionality in the library system. Like, let's say a renew book. For a renew book, test cases to be executed. So we must have the same book already issued out to member. The book should have been created that should exist in the library, and then it must have been issued to the member. Only then that member can renew it. So we call that as a state of the system. That means unless the book has been created and the book has been issued out, this test case of the renew book will be not work. Every software is tested using a set of test cases which are carefully designed, and all these test cases which have been designed to test the software is called as a test suite. Now let's consider another basic concept which is about the negative test cases. We have been so far discussing about the positive test cases which detect bugs in the code. That is, the software does not do anything it should have been doing. But negative test cases, this provide unexpected or invalid inputs and then see how the system behaves. The system should behave gracefully and it should not crash. For example, if it wants the number of books to be entered, number of books to be issued is to be entered, and the librarian entered, let's say, instead of a number just entered something like an alphabet like B or something by mistake, then the system should not crash. So the aim of the negative test case is to give some input which is not really correct input to be given as per the SRS documents. These are the wrong inputs, but just to check that the system behaves acceptably and does not crash. For example, in a numeric field, a user types an alphabet, and that then it is to be observed that the system does not crash and display a polite message. The data type entered is incorrect. Please enter a number. But as the test execution is done, the test cases have been designed. How is the test case execution done? All the test cases have been designed, and now the test execution is to be done. Tests have to be executed. So the program has to be put in a required state. The input has to be given and the output has to be observed. We are almost so so typically each state each test case has a number. It becomes easier to see that which test case got executed, because once the system fails, the developer need to be reproduce the bug. So test case can uniquely identify which test case they should execute and who had written the test case, the author, the purpose of the test case, like which functionality or performance, etc. It is designed to test the test data or the test input and the expected output. Precondition is the state at which the system should be there, test input, expected output, and the state at which the system should be left after the test execution completeness. Once the test output is produced, the tester observe the output and then they write their analysis of the observed output. They write the test execution date and person executing the test. They observe the pass or fail, whether it has passed the test case or it failed the test case. If failed, they write what exactly happened and what was observed during the failure. Did it crash? Did it produce a wrong result? Did it go into a infinite loop? And so on. Then there is another field, because the developers need to fix each of the failure case of the test cases. So there is a fixed status field where the developers can record whether they are fixed it or yet fixed. Now let us see the composition of the testing. When an organization develops software, what types of tester does it need? You saw that there are many activities during the testing. The different activities of the testing are test planning, test scenario, test case design, test scenario design, test case design. We will see what is the difference between a test scenario and a test case. But roughly speaking, a test scenario is an abstract description of the test case. For example, we might say that the path should be covered or a specific path needs to be covered, so that the test scenario that has a specific path in the programs needs to be executed, whereas the test case is a more concrete and more concrete than the test scenario, in the sense that we provide the test data, input data for which that specific path will be covered, test execution, test result analysis, test tool usage, and so on. So there are many activities during the testing, and let's see what are the kind of human resources we need for the testing. What test planning, this is done by experienced people. Test scenario design and test case design, this is also done by experienced and qualified people. Test execution can be done by a semi-experienced to inexperienced person, depending on the software that is being used. Test result analysis, this is the experienced people, and test tools users, the experienced people, and also the testing several other people participate, like the users, industry experts, and so on. So the composition of the testing is of various types of personnel, because different activities in the testing require different level of the expertise. So we end this lecture here, and we will be continuing the next lecture.